Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, Andy here. New year, new me, new intro. If you could all just go down there and smash that like button, subscribe, do all that commenting stuff, hit that bell, ring that bell. I've noticed that minus 787% of you are actually subscribed to the channel. So if you could all go and subscribe to the channel, let's hit that 1 million subs today. Let's freaking go. I'm obviously being an idiot, but guess what? I've kind of missed all of you a little bit. It is a new year. It's 2025. And I haven't recorded anything for over a month at this point. I've had a few videos that have come out. I obviously did daily live streams every single day for December and a little bit into January, but I haven't sat down and just talked to you in this format for over a month. I've been very busy moving. I was obviously doing those live streams every day, and we'll talk about those in a second, but I just wanted to say, hey, let me know how you're going. Feel free to leave a comment. What did you get up to over Christmas, over the new year? If you didn't come to those daily live streams, you're very welcome to go and check those out. We got the VODs on the channel. They were a lot of fun, but yeah, I've been moving. I moved in with Imi, so we're now living together for the next year before we start traveling, so we can save a bunch of money, travel the world, and do all that kind of cool stuff. I guess here's a little mini house tour if any of you care. Here's the living room in a bit of a mess right now as I slowly put it all together, and there's obviously the podcast room there as well, or the podcast section. Here's Imi in the kitchen, saying hello and being adorable. Here's Imi's bedroom where she does the art, where the magic happens. Here's my bedroom, which is a complete and utter mess right now. Here's the bathroom if you care about that. So yeah, moved into a new place. Really excited to save a bit of money before we start traveling. Let's talk a little bit about the live streams that we did. So over December and over January, I did a daily live stream every single day. And my God, I was really terrified to do these at the start. My biggest fear was that nobody would come and I'd sit there by myself with no one watching, feeling like a big idiot, which is how a lot of people feel when they first start streaming. And I've done live streams before, but yeah, I always have that pressure, or less so now because of doing these live streams every day. And so that was a big hurdle for me to overcome. And I'm glad I did, because they ended up being a blast. We ended up having about, 15 people that were regulars that just came to basically every single live stream. Shout out to people like Rishav, Phoenix, Mortis, Chad. Chad is an absolute legend. He helped a lot of people. Diane came to a bunch of them. We just had a whole bunch of people. I'm probably missing a bunch of people there. Obvious Throwaway, Expert Cheek Clapper. Yeah, just a bunch of amazing people. Brandon. And it ended up being a blast. There are a lot of people that were a little bit lonely over the Christmas period, which was the entire point. That was the reason why I was doing these, for people that don't have someone to hang out with over Christmas or over December, because I felt like that myself in the past. And so it felt nice to be able to just be there with people. And we sort of formed this little community, and people were asking great questions, being very open and vulnerable. And it wasn't just sitting around talking about feelings. That's obviously very helpful, but a lot of people took a lot of action. We had Rishav, who started doing some push-ups one day on a live stream when he was saying, I want to start going to the gym. Maybe I'll do it, in the new year. And we were like, no, bitch, get down on the floor right now and do push-ups. And I said the same thing. I was like, I'm going to get down there with you, bro, and do some push-ups. So we both got down. We did some push-ups. A few other people in the stream did too. That was fun. We had a woman named Diane and another guy, Framebite. This is kind of a cool story, who were both into BDSM. This guy, Framebite, had already been doing a lot of BDSM, had a threesome, already kind of knew what he was doing. And we had this woman that came to the live streams every single, day. She might be listening now. Hello, Diane. And she wanted to get into BDSM, and she was very nervous. And so a lot of the questions she asked was, how do I find a decent partner? And as the live streams went on and on and on, right towards the end, it was like the second last live stream that we ever did. We're about to finish up. And the two of them were just typing in the chat. I could see them typing, Framebite and Diane, the guy and the girl, were chatting and saying, where do you live? Oh, we both happen to live in Germany. Oh, that's crazy. What city do you live in? And they lived in the same city. And they were like, no freaking way. Do you live near here? And it turns out they both live ridiculously close to each other. And so I kind of joked on the stream, and a few of us joked, and I said, you guys could meet up and be accountability partners. Like, Diane, you could help Framebite get his second threesome and learn all of that stuff. Framebite, you could help Diane get into BDSM. You could mentor her and be like, come on, woman, like go on some dates and all of that. But I never expected what happened next, which was a couple of days later, they came to the stream and they were like, yeah, Framebite and I met and we had BDSM, and it was my first BDSM experience and it was amazing. And I was like, no, you fucking didn't. No, you didn't. And I didn't believe them. Imi was there too, and she didn't believe them. And Cam came to the stream too, and he was like, no, they didn't. You guys did not meet up for real. You're joking with us. No, they did. They literally met up, had a great BDSM experience. It sounded amazing, learned a lot. They're going to meet up again. So how freaking cool is that? Without even meaning to, our community is now accidentally a matchmaking service. We accidentally got two of you from the community to meet up and have a blast and have fun. So yeah, that was very unexpected and very fun. But on top of that, there was just a whole lot of beautiful days, man, when people came and they were really struggling with something, dealing with mental health issues, or wanting to go out and talk to women but being scared. And we just gently gave them some pushes, and they took a tremendous amount of action. I remember Brandon, for instance, one of the guys who came to literally every live stream, was nervous to tell a girl at his university that he liked her. And so we all gave him a little push, and he eventually told her, and she was like, hey, I appreciate that, but I'm not interested. And then, he felt great because he got to hang out with all of us and made him feel better about the rejection, and all of that wasn't even a rejection. She just wasn't interested. And then he was nervous to talk to another girl, and he had all of these fears of like, but can I really hit on two girls? What if they talk to each other? I'm at university. What if I get a reputation? And we just gently guided him through that. And he ended up hitting on the second girl. And she ended up saying yes to him. And they had this beautiful sexual experience and all of that. So, yeah, he took a ton of action. We had a guy, Mortis, who was very scared to start making money. And he's a 3D modeler. So he does like 3D models. And he's been doing that for years, but he's never really made a lot of money. And he had all these fears and sort of like, I guess, jealousy of other people who've been doing it for less time than him, but making more money than him. And so we sort of talked him through that and said, look, bro, it's just that you haven't really been trying to make money. And I said to him, if you email me right now one of your 3D models, I will pay you $5, $5 US. And then you can say, holy shit, I sold one of my models. And I said, I don't even care what the model is. Like, literally, I don't care. Just send it to me and I'll pay you $5. And he did. And he was nervous to do that, but he did. So I sent him the money. Good job. That's him starting a business. That's all starting a business is. Ask a bunch of people, I have this thing. Do you want it? Or can I give this to you? Can I do this for you? And will you give me money? And some people will say, yes, congratulations. That's how you start a side hustle or a business. So he took a ton of action. We had Chad, one of my favorite people that came to the live stream, who was just in there on the live stream every freaking day. And this was something I didn't expect, giving advice to other people. Like literally, that was the only role that he served. I don't think he asked a single question. He came to every live stream, never once asked me or anyone else for help. He was just in there helping other people, challenging them like in a positive, constructive way, giving them advice, giving them reassurance. There were other people in there doing the same thing. I would say most of the people that were in the chat were extremely generous with how much advice they were giving to others. Even the people that were struggling with things themselves, like Rishav was very, very, very generous with other people. So was Phoenix. Mortis was pretty decent too. Obvious throwaway, Chad, Diane, expert sheet clapper. I could just sit here and name names until the cows come home. There are a bunch of you that came to every live stream, and everyone was just really nice to each other. There's a very positive environment. And I think for a lot of people, they just don't have people in their corner. Like a lot of you listening don't have anyone that gives a shit about you, or you feel like you don't have anyone. I obviously do. The rest of the community does. But until you actually see that in action, like you talk about your struggles and people rally around you and help you, you don't really know what it's like to have people care about you. And so it was really nice to be able to give that to a whole bunch of people. And they ended up on the last day making their own Discord group. I sort of went through my coaching program and I said, hey, here's everything that's in my coaching program. If you can't afford my coaching program, just copy like the shit that I've done in my coaching program and build your own like little community for free. Like just have the same accountability that I have in my coaching program. Like care about each other the way that people do in my coaching program. Like just copy my template. Here's my exact template. Copy that and just make your own. And they did. A bunch of them made a Discord, like a free Discord. You can go back and watch the very last live stream, like the VOD, the video of it. And you'll see right at the end, I showed it on the screen. Hey, here's the Discord you all made. If you can't afford my coaching, go into this Discord. Everyone's made it. It's a community Discord. It's free, So that was beautiful. Seeing people be there for each other, because a lot of people don't have money. Yeah, I get that most of you don't have the money to pay for my coaching, or you don't want to, or whatever. So it was nice to have that free community of people. And, obviously we try and be a free community here on YouTube. I try and give as much as I can to all of you for free, but it's just nice having a bunch of people that give a shit about you, that are going through some of the same struggles as you. So yeah, I really appreciated everyone that came to those live streams. Again, like I said, if you missed the live streams, you could just flick through and watch one or two of the VODs if you want to. Maybe I'd watch like towards the end. The early ones were good too, but I think by the end we had sort of a process. I knew what I was doing. We had a bit of a flow. There were way more people coming. Like towards the end, I couldn't keep up with all the questions that people were asking. Like there was just too many. I couldn't read all the questions and everything in chat. So I'd have to sort of like skim read it and try and get to everyone's questions, which was really cool. So by the end, we were really kicking into gear. We were just like running on, had rockets strapped, and we were just turbocharged. So yeah, go back and watch some of the very last VODs if you want to. But in summary, it was just nice to hang out with all of you. You know, I really appreciate all of you that came. Like I said, at the end, there was just so many people there on each live stream that like I couldn't keep up with the questions, which is obviously beautiful and not what I was expecting. I was sort of expecting maybe, I don't know, like 3 people to be regulars and maybe I'd get a couple more people. Like I thought we'd get 5 to 10 people each day coming at most, but it was way, way, way more than that. So that was an absolute blast. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about 2025 and the goals that I have. I don't think they've changed that much from 2024. My goal is to give as much love as I can to all of you and everybody else. My goal is to give a lot more out for free. And I think that would just be a continuation of what I've already done. Like the live streams were a blast. I definitely want to do more of those. They were essentially free coaching sessions, which was kind of how I wanted them to be. So I'm happy to do more of those. You guys and girls can keep asking questions in the comments. Here's what I'll say. My coaching is obviously going to be the thing that will help you the most. But if you can't afford that or you don't want to or whatever, you're very, very, very welcome. And I am literally actively encouraging you right now to just use the YouTube comment section as free coaching. I can't promise I will answer every single comment. Like I can't. I can't promise I will always do a video for every question that people ask. But especially if you ask me a question that maybe I haven't recorded a lot of content on, like I haven't really tackled it much before, I will absolutely be doing videos on people's questions. It's what I was doing towards the end of the year anyway, last year, and I want to do more and more of that. I'm really finding that fun where you guys or you girls leave a question or a comment, and then I just go, oh shit, I have like so much to say about this, and then I just tee off and I do a video on that. Like I really enjoy that format, really, really, really. And you guys and girls seem to as well. Those videos performed the best, where it's like, you know, one of you will say, hey, I'm a virgin and I'm struggling to lose it and I feel like shit, you know, any advice? I love doing that shit. Or, hey, man, I want to start my business. I'm nervous to start. How do I start asking for money? Like, I love that kind of stuff. So ask your questions in the comments or come to the coaching if you want. But yeah, I really want 2025 to be the year of like giving as much as I possibly can. And I want a bigger percentage of that to be like free. And I think I was already giving a bunch of free shit away anyway, but like that's kind of the mission for 2025. So give as much love as I possibly can, because you guys and girls, holy shit, you give me a lot of love too. So I want to give that back. I want to be there for you. If you're struggling, you know what to do. You know, come to the coaching or leave a comment down below and ask a question. I am more likely to answer your questions if you put a question mark in it. That's just like such an obvious thing, but I think sometimes we're so busy, caught up in like our struggles. Here's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes some of you will leave a comment that's like a really long comment and you're pouring your heart and soul out, but there's no question mark in there and it's not obvious that you want me to answer it. You're kind of just like pouring your heart out or maybe even like complaining, and that's not a bad thing, but like you're complaining and it's not obvious that you want me to answer it. So if you literally want a response from me, and again, no promises that I will, but if you literally want a higher likelihood of me answering and helping you and doing a video for you, put a question mark in it. Like literally we look for question marks. Cam goes through all the comments and then shows me the ones that he wants me to do a video on. We look for question marks. So if you want a higher likelihood of me giving you free coaching or a free video, put a question mark in it. Otherwise, you're very welcome to hit me up for those $200 coaching calls that I offer. That's the easiest way to get your question answered, because we'll sit down for a couple of hours and do that, or come to the coaching program. But yeah, I want 2025 to be the year of giving all of you love. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I have so much shit in my life that I'm so unbelievably grateful. I was saying to Taylor, one of the other coaches in my coaching program this morning, I was like, man, how beautiful is everything that we have in our life? Like everything is a bonus. And we were talking about what we need to live. And he said what he wants is just his truck and a sleeping bag. Like he slept in his truck in his sleeping bag tonight or last night. He loves to travel. He's kind of like a free love spiritual hippie. And he's like, if I have my truck and I have my sleeping bag, what more do I need? And I was like, bro, if I have my laptop and my phone, what more do I need? Like the phone and the laptop so I can help all of you. What else do I need? And everything else is a bonus. Like I showed you a little tour. There's a living room in front of me that's absolutely beautiful. The kitchen is amazing. This is like an old house that we're in. This is not like some new fancy house, but like how much is everything just fucking a blessing? Like this microphone is so amazing. This goddamn mouse that I have is so freaking beautiful. I could literally just look at every single thing in this apartment and every single thing in my life and these clothes that I'm wearing and just go, damn, like everything is such a goddamn bonus. And when I think like that, which I try and sit in that gratitude as much as I can every single day, when I sit in that, I just feel this tremendous sense of gratitude, love, abundance. And it makes me just want to give as much as I can to all of you. Like literally, I just sit here going, holy fuck, man, look at this apartment. Damn, bro, like look at this mouse, look at this microphone, look at this life that I get to live. Look at this body that I get to inhabit and look after and take care of. Look at this mind that I get to play around with. Damn, dude, like how do I give more to other people? How do I help other people get to that same point of gratitude that I'm at? Because it's not about the stuff. Like you guys and girls have heard me say that a million times. It's not that like, wow, I have shit. Who cares? If I literally just had nothing, even if I didn't have this laptop and this phone, could I be grateful? And that's where the real magic of life is having an appreciation for anything you do have and anything you don't have, rather than seeing it as like, man, I'm jealous or I'm insecure or this sucks or this is awful. You just go, I can either work on getting it or I can just not worry about not having it, or I can appreciate what I have. So I want to help as many of you get to that same point of gratitude that I'm at and that I try and live every day in. I'm not perfect with that, but I'm trying. I want to help as many of you with that as I can. And I like the idea of removing the barriers to entry. Like a lot of people, a lot of you can't afford the coaching. Fair enough, it's $11,000. Yes, we have payment plans. You know, you can pay $500 a month, blah, blah, blah. I will work with you for cheaper if it's like you're really serious, but you just don't have the money. Like all of that kind of stuff. But I get that for a lot of you, that's just like, bro, dude, I don't have that money. And so I like the idea of removing that barrier and just saying, okay, I'll work with you for free. I'll do a video for you. Leave a comment, ask a question, make sure you ask a question, put a question mark in your question, and I will do a video on you, probably, maybe. Yeah, I'll do videos on as many people as I can. I can't guarantee I can answer every single question. Like, I just can't. I'd have to do like 10 videos a day. But you get the point. I like breaking down those barriers because a lot of the time we have these limiting beliefs and we go, if I was tall enough, life would be easy. If I was handsome, life would be easy. If I was rich and I had money to pay Andy, then life would be easy. I want to get rid of all those limiting beliefs and just say like, no, come on. Like I will help you for free. Less excuses. Let's get to work. And it really felt like that's what the live streams were. It was a whole bunch of people coming and just having all of these like excuses or these like fears, I guess you would say, like limiting beliefs. You know, I can't do this because of this. I can't achieve this goal because of that. And it felt like for 35 days in a row, we just went through all those bullshit limiting beliefs and just said like, well, here's why that's not true. Go take action. Well, here's what you can do about that. Go do that. And that felt nice. And so I want my channel to move more in that direction. I think it already really has. I think I've already been doing that for a while now. But if you go back far enough, a lot of my content was just me sort of sitting here talking at you. And that was very helpful. Like I wrote guides. I wrote the Tinder guide, obviously. I wrote the depression guide. You know, I did the Play to Win video course, all of that. Like that stuff still has a place. I'm still going to do like how-to videos and all of that. I enjoy that. But like, I want to open up and do more of the stuff where you ask a question and I break through that limiting belief and say, hey, what about this? Or I give you like actionable advice for like literal questions or problems that you are currently going through. So you can see that the advice that I'm giving isn't just like vague, generic advice. It's like, oh shit, he's giving me like a step-by-step how-to of this specific problem. So I'm happy to do more of that. Happy to keep breaking through those limiting beliefs. I don't think I have anything else more to say other than I'm incredibly grateful for all of you. It feels insane that I get to just sit here and talk. Like literally that's all I do. Like my entire job, it doesn't even feel like a job, but my entire business, my entire job is me literally just sitting here and loving you. Like literally that's all I think before I sit down. Literally before I sit down for a coaching call, or for one of these videos or for those live streams I did, all that's in my brain is like, how do I love the audience? How do I love this person? How do I show this guy a little bit of love? How do I show this woman some love? Like, how do I show them that everything's okay and everything's going to be okay? Literally, that's my entire job. It's to just make people feel okay, make people feel good. And I can't believe that I get to get paid for that. And not just paid, but paid enough that I can also pay all of Emmy's bills. And she does a lot for the business, obviously, and pay half of Cam's bills or a chunk of Cam's bills. Is that not insane? That I literally just get to sit here and love you, and you all pay more than enough for me and Emmy and Cam to survive. That's insane. And so I'm incredibly, incredibly grateful for that. I can't even begin to tell you how goddamn grateful I am for that. I don't have the words other than to say, I'm grateful. I love you. 2025 is going to be fucking amazing. I promise I will do everything I can to facilitate your greatness. I will do literally whatever it takes. I will serve. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to build whatever it is that you want to build, as long as it's good for you and good for the people around you. And all that I require from you, and I don't require this from you, do it if you want to or don't. But if you want my help, literally all that it takes is you to be willing to just have those little bits of courage to take those baby steps. Like, all you have to do is meet me halfway. Just do a little bit. Go out there and take some baby steps. Show a little bit of courage. Run towards or slowly walk towards the things that you're scared of. Be a little bit more honest and vulnerable with other people. Be a little bit more honest and vulnerable with yourself. You know, take those little moments or those little leaps of faith when you're not sure what will happen. You know, let go of your expectations and say, I have no expectations, only curiosity. Go out there and say hi to that cute girl and just see what happens. You know, say, fuck it, man. I'm going to go say hi and see what happens. Or try asking a stranger for money in exchange for some shitty service or product that you're offering, and just slowly build that up and get better. Or go to the gym and just walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes and see how that feels. Like, just take these little tiny baby steps. That's all that I require of you if you want me to help you. And I will do everything in my power to give you as much love, as much advice, as much, hopefully, wisdom or things that I've learned, and gently push you in the direction of who you want to be. In other words, sit there and ask all of yourselves, now that we're, a week and a bit into 2025, ask yourself, who do I want to be and what do I want? And then go in that direction. That's all this is, guys and girls. We're just saying, what do I want? And then we're starting towards that. So I'm right here with you. The rest of the community is right here with you. Obviously, if you want coaching, there's links in the description to that. If you can't afford the coaching or you don't want to, leave a question and I will do my best to answer it. Again, no promises I'll do everything or answer everything, but let's make 2025 one of the most amazing, interesting, cool, unique years that we've ever had. Let's not be victims and say, I'm a victim of circumstance, or I'm a victim of my genetics, or I'm a victim of this or that or the other. Let's get to work. Let's do the work. Let's do what needs to be done. And if you struggle, we're here for you. Just tell us and we'll do our best to help you, or hit me up for coaching. But I promise, with a little bit of work, a little bit of getting in there and doing some a little bit of that elbow grease, I promise we'll make 2025 the most amazing year that any of us have ever had. You've been sitting around trying to achieve your goals on your own, making a little bit of progress, but nowhere near what you know you're capable of. Time to get serious. Ravi got serious by joining my coaching, following in my footsteps, and creating his own kick-ass coaching business, motivating other people and changing the world. Joe had a ton of sex and learned to open up deeply with women. He started his own successful photography and dating business, quit his job, and he's earning lots of money. Jack went all in with his sex life, moved across the country to pursue his dreams, had a bunch of wild sex and a threesome, quit porn, and made connections in the LA party scene. Click the link to coaching in the description below. It's time to go all in with this thing and do this thing for real.